girl, Michelle Diane, and welcome to another YouTube video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a back to school, freshman advice, because I am now a senior and I'm so excited. But I just want to get you guys a little, breakdown, tips and stuff like that, like for back to school. So that way you guys can be ready and prepared when you go to school. And yeah, I'm also going to be doing my makeup. So let's get on with the video. Alright guys, so this will go on in like different categories, different school things, tips for grades, boys, all that good stuff. For advice number 1, I will be talking about, transitions. So it might be hard transitioning from like freshman year to high school, but my best advice for that transition is to make sure that you are prepared, setting your school schedule, and pretty much getting used to like your high school classes, all of that stuff. So I think the month that you're supposed to go back to school, that you should pretty much, set your alarm and get into the habit and get into the routine of getting up that early, getting ready that early, all of that stuff. I definitely say get ready that month like you're getting ready for school, like 2 weeks before school start. My best advice, set an alarm. Make sure that you pretty much, plan out your outfits like the night before. Make sure you get ready like, you're pretty much going back to school. If you're the type of person to get ready early, then I say set your alarm at like 5:30. But if you're not that type of person, set your alarm for like 6 o'clock, 6:30. If it only takes you about 30 minutes to an hour to get ready. But you also don't want to be late, so you definitely should give yourself like a little extra prep and all of that. But not only will you start trying to get up and get ready how you usually go to school, my best advice is to also do a night routine like you're going to school. Get your pajamas out early, get in your shower early, all of that good stuff. Get your brain into the habit of getting back up. If you do prep your brain into getting up early, it will definitely reward you in the end because it won't feel like you're groggy when you wake up. With that being said, I will also say that high schools don't really cut slack on lateness, but they cut slack on neatness. A lot of high schools will pretty much, not give you a little bit of leeway, but as a freshman, they did give you leeway. Once you really get used to being there for the year and all of that, then they won't really give you a lot of leeway. Number 2, friendships. I won't say friendships come and go, but to be quite honest with you guys, friendships come and go. Like, you can't force someone to stay your friend in high school or even transitioning from middle school, even if they're your old middle school friends and y'all are going to different high schools or anything like that. Friendships grow apart only if you don't really want to maintain them or if y'all outgrew each other. But don't ever beef with your friends. Like, they're your friends and they pretty much seen you grow up if y'all been in school and been friends since middle school, all of that. But if y'all fall out, don't go on the internet talking about each other or go into social media, because it just creates drama during your 9th grade year. But I overall will say that these friendships are hard to kind of let go because y'all are so used to like going to the same classes together, seeing each other every day. And then when you get into high school, you see new people and you meet new people. Y'all grow up and y'all grow apart, but y'all are developing different mindsets because of the simple fact that y'all want to change for high school. But I also don't think that you should be stuck up onto these friendships. I'm giving you this advice as somebody who has gone through this and I am not friends with a lot of people from middle school, but not because of, you know, negative reasons or because we just didn't want to be cool no more. It's the simple fact that a lot of us, you know, grew to be our own people and eventually decided, maybe I want to change, maybe I want this for myself, and those goals just weren't the same. I overall believe that, you know, people just grow apart for their own personal reasons, nothing too specific. But yeah, that's about it for that. Alright, and for advice number 3, boys. My best advice to you is to stay away from the seniors. They're not looking for something serious with a freshman. They think like you're just something to play around with, something, you know, just for the moment. And you as a freshman probably thinking, you know, it's going to be something serious. A lot of dudes who are seniors think that a lot of freshman girls are like naive and are not something to take serious because you're young. And another thing I will say is when it comes to relationships and you're in a relationship in middle school, is if y'all really want it and y'all really want to last, then you can make it last and you can make it work. Sometimes it just doesn't always work out, and that's fine because it just happens. Don't stay hung up on a middle school relationship, and don't let having a boyfriend or not having a boyfriend run your life, because it's okay to be single in high school. You should be working, like, not worrying about school, but focusing on yourself. You should be finding yourself. You should be pretty much getting to know yourself as a person. And if you're getting to know yourself as a person and you're letting other people not run your life, but take up pretty much all your time for yourself, you should redirect. That's all I have to say. You should redirect. People are not going to stop their life for you, so you shouldn't stop your life for other people. Don't let a boy pressure you into doing anything that you don't want to do. That's the main thing I will say, because there will be some boys who want to beg you for pictures, if you get what I mean, and then later in the future use it against you. My best advice to you is to not send pictures, no matter how much they want you to, no matter how much they're begging you to, no matter how much you think it's going to save your relationship. They believe you and make it seem like it's going to last forever, and it won't, because, you know, that's just sometimes how it works, you know? They might make it seem like in the moment that, you know, it'll last forever. I've been together for a while, and or even for a little bit. I've been together for like a month or two. Never let someone pressure you into doing anything. Never let a boy pressure you into sending pictures that you don't want to send, because when it comes to high school and anything gets leaked, anything gets, you know, taken out of context, your reputation will be not ruined, but people will look at you differently. I will say, don't care what others think. Also, don't do something that you don't want to do, you know? Don't let what other people want you to do to define you. And if they call you a scaredy cat for not doing it, just say, okay, like, okay, I'm a scaredy cat, and what about it? It's my body, my choice. I do what I want. That's my best advice for that. But I also want to let you guys know that Rumors will be spread, but sometimes you just gotta ignore those rumors and just, I guess, not really let it be known that it's not true, because, never really care about what other people think of you, but also don't let other people play with your reputation. That's another thing. People will spread false stuff about you. People will say stuff about you that's not true. All of that, like, all of that type of stuff happens. Like, it just happens. And people will be jealous as well. Advice number 4, academics. I will say, when it comes to your academics, always try to keep up on your work, keep up with your teachers, always stay in the know. Don't ever let your work ever get to the point where you are like behind. I understand that everybody gives you like the same advice to stay on top of school, but they don't never tell you how to stay on top of school. So for tip number 1 on staying on top of school and on top of all your work and all of that stuff, I will say stay organized. The more organized you are, the more you will understand your work. If all your folders and everything for your classes is everywhere, you will struggle to get everything into one specific category and to know what is supposed to be with what. So I say create different folders, like even on your Chromebooks and stuff like that. Create different folders, color code them for each class. I say color code everything for your classes, so that way when you go back to turn into an assignment or to study for that assignment, that you will have everything already in a category for you, already put together for you. Because if you have everything already categorized and already put together for you, you will have everything together for you when you go to study. You should do a quick note system. Don't worry about making your notes pretty. Don't worry about making them look good. None of that. When you're in class, open up some type of noting system like Google Slides or Google Docs, anything. Date it. Categorize it on one side to main notes and categorize the other side to quick notes, anything like that. Put it all into sections. That way you will have notes for just that one section, for that one category. And always elaborate on your notes. Make them quick, elaborate, and straightforward. You don't want to have notes in class where you don't know what it goes to, but it's like just a quick little short sentence, but it's not really categorized, so you don't know what that note goes to, what the purpose of that note is, or even what category that note is in, unless you actually categorize it. Another thing with keeping organized with school is to always get to know your teachers. If you get to know your teachers and you get to really not understand them, because you don't get to know your teacher on a personal level, truly. It's not that necessary. Ask your teachers questions. How do I do this? Or I'm struggling with this. Can I get help? You constantly ask questions about the class, about the work. The teacher 9 times out of 10 will be willing to not give you a little like cut on work or nothing like that, but they'll be more understanding that you actually want to do your work, that you actually care about doing your work. But one thing I will say, always do your work yourself. If you don't do your work yourself, when it comes time to do an actual assignment, you will be lost. Say the whole class, you used AI, you used ChatGPT. Do not use AI on your work. I will say when it comes to like paragraphs and, storytelling and all of that, don't use AI, but use other articles who also talk about your same topic. If you do this, you will be able to take tips and tricks from that paragraph. Do not plagiarize the paragraph. Do not say the exact same thing the paragraph is saying. Do not touch on the same mindset or the same idea that the paragraph that you're getting from is hinting at, but use it as a tool. Take the materials that you're getting from class and look at an assignment, like look at a different paragraph that's on that same topic, but doesn't have the same mindset as what you're originally going for. Always start with a prompt, always start with an idea, and always revise, advise, all of that. Say you wrote the whole project and you think it's done, but it's not exactly what it was supposed to be. Like, it wasn't exactly what the teacher was looking for. Always look at your paragraph, look at spell checks, always reread it, reword it. Make sure you have a flow with that paragraph. The more you revise a paragraph and the more you overall go into the topic and understand it from a different perspective, the more you will understand. And if you can't fully understand a prompt whatsoever, just ask your teacher for help. The more help you ask for when it comes to an assignment, the more you'll be able to understand it. And you can, in return, get better grades. Third tip for this is your grades. Keep your grades up. I know it may be hard, depending on the class, to shoot for like A's and B's, or maybe even a C. Never slack off. If you slack off, it not ruins your future, but it leaves you in a place where you have to work harder in the future to keep your grades up. If you're good at maintaining A's and B's, stay that way. But if you're struggling with like D's, C's, and E's, my best advice is to always review your work alone. And if you are struggling alone, then you're able to ask your teacher. Always try to do it on your own. Never automatically go to the teacher, because depending on the assignment, you will not always be able to go to your teacher for advice. And when it comes to that time, you're looking at the teacher for help, but they can't help you because you pretty much depend on them all year. And tip number 5, personal matter. Never tell anyone your personal business, especially somebody that you don't trust in school. Never let anybody know pretty much what's going on at home, because that pretty much leaves them room to overall judge you and have an opinion on your life because they know stuff that you told them. Then they have the room to tell other people, and they're also able to pretty much, use that against you. And my second thing for personal matter is always stay on top of yourself. Come to school looking simple, clean. You don't gotta wear nothing too elaborate. You don't gotta wear makeup every day. You don't gotta wear nothing too extravaganza, nothing. Just keep it simple, keep it casual. You can come to school dressed up if you want to. You can wear makeup if you want to. This is all you, and this is what you choose to do. But I really believe that, not even a belief, high school kids are mean. They are, and they will talk about you. You come to school smelling or anything like that, or they don't think that you're up to par, and they don't think that your hair is done, your nails done, none of that, they will talk about you. But my best advice for that is just, you don't even have to have like your nails done all the time. You can be press-ons, you can be your own nail tech, you can do all of this stuff yourself. When it comes to your hair, always keep your hair done. Now, granted, keeping your hair done can be expensive, but my best advice is to, last resort, do a ponytail. Last resort. Do a braided ponytail, do a bundle ponytail, like with bundles or something like that. If you resort to, regular ponytail, whatever, boom, your hair is done. You just got a ponytail, do your edges. Another thing I will say about this as well is to learn how to do things yourself. You can even learn how to do your own nails. You can do your own lashes. If you do everything yourself, you don't have to depend on other people to do it for you, especially when it comes to freshman year. You can pretty much be practicing, learning how to do stuff yourself, all of that stuff. Tip number 6, I will say, learn a side hobby. You can sell cookies, You can like do sports, you know, sign up for sports. Sports is a really good thing to sign up for. And with the baking cookies thing, you can really make money off of that. So I will say find a way to make money. Like you can always like babysit, dog watch, house watch, you know, walk dogs, stuff like that. Just find something simple to do, something easy that will make you a good amount of money. You can also resell online, like, you know, just simple small stuff, you know, for freshmen, you know, just to keep yourself, you know, active. Always stay on top of yourself. Like, not never get lazy, but don't always, you know, just it be school and that it. Now, granted, I will say, have fun during your freshman year, but don't ever, you know, let yourself become unmotivated. Always stay motivated. And lastly, tip number 5. This kind of bundles in with my friendship tip is peer pressure. When it comes to other girls around you, especially in your freshman year, with the advice with the boys and all of that, they may be the ones messing with the seniors, people who they should not be messing with. Let's just say this. People they should not be messing with, none of that. And they might think, oh, I'm doing it. I want to get her to do it with me too. Then they will try to convince you like, oh, hey, me such and such is doing this. You want to go do this? Or you want to go do that? Or you want to do... My best advice, leave that alone. Because they're doing it and they want to feel comfortable in their skin doing it. So they want you to do it with them as well. My best advice, do not do it. Because that will ruin your reputation. But don't care about what others think about you. Just don't do that. And another thing with that being said is friends who vape, friends who smoke, friends who do any type of narcotics, anything. Peer pressure isn't that big nowadays, but it's still there. Like there's peer pressure as to where like they're like some, oh come on, like you've been a security cat because you don't want to do this. Not a lot of people are like that, but there are some people who are like that. Don't give in because they want you to do it whatsoever. But sometimes there will be like, if you really have good friends and they know that's not what you want to do, then they'll just be like, oh, okay, that's it. They'll offer it to you, but never say yes, because number 1, it can become addicting. Number 2, you can start to slack off, anything like that. But, you know, pretty much just stay true to yourself. Don't let others convince you to do something that you don't want to do. Like I said again, and like I said before, never let other people control your actions or influence your actions. Only do something because you want to do it. Alrighty guys, that was it for today's video. I do have more back to school videos coming, but that was, you know, pretty much it for now. But I'm going to be doing more videos on like girl advice and pretty much, you know, back to school shopping with me, getting ready for back to school, you know, my back to school maintenance, all of that good stuff. And pretty much, you know, how I maintain school, all that good stuff. But yeah, that was pretty much my do my makeup with me and talk about school advice for freshmen and all of that. This was mostly more girl leaning towards because I do mostly have a girl audience. But I was supposed to be doing my makeup for majority of this, but my makeup pretty much got done in like the last 2 tips because I'm ready quick with my makeup. I'll do something quick. But I have more videos coming for you guys. I'm sorry if I have not been consistent with my posting, but this is kind of, you know, my real like back to school, like getting into the gist of posting more and being more into like that school content, being a senior, you know, growing up, all that good stuff. I definitely do have more stuff coming, like I said again. And yeah, pretty much that was it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow for more, you know, follow my socials, pretty much just give me like more video ideas, I guess, guys. And yeah, like I'm excited. I'm actually very excited for back to school, y'all. If y'all couldn't tell, cause I'm already looking at tips videos. Don't mind my hair, cause my hair looks a mess, and definitely do not mind my lashes. They're getting redone. Trust me, they are. But yeah, that was pretty much it for like back to school. This will be probably like my back to school look. I don't know, probably a little bit better, probably something different. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Like, I didn't really have that many tips on back to school. But yeah, bye guys.